Okay, welcome to another Paint with Derek. Today we're going to do another little duck scene. I think this is going to be a fun little painting. Took about 3 hours, but we kind of got it down to, I think, 18 minutes is what I got it down to. So we'll see. All right, as you can see, I'm going to put a little background in my water. But as you can see, I've started this with an acrylic background. So I did all the underpainting in acrylic, and now I'm going to go with my water soluble oils that I like. I think I'm using Cobra. And you know what? I don't really remember what kind of duck this was, but it'll be a lot of fun. Really trying to get more into some wildlife things. I'm not real great at it, but it takes practice, and that's what I got to do. So anyway, I'm just kind of getting some of the background colors in and I'll blend it here in a minute. But as you can see, I'm just using a little flat brush. Got my palette over there. I think that's Prussian blue. Probably a little bit of white, maybe a little yellow in it. Just gonna go around, get it all blended in. I kind of change colors 2 or 3 times, seeing what I want. Kind of get it all mixed there. Go around. Again, just using that little flat brush. I don't know what size it is. Maybe an 8. Get my foreground in here with a little more water. And we'll put reflections in it. You can see I kind of went over my duck outline, but that's all right. We'll clean it all up. A little bit of reflection in the water there. Just again, really basic right now. Getting a little underpainting in. Okay, you can see I'm kind of mixing some blue colors in there. Maybe make it a little gray. Maybe it's gray, but on the bluish side, just for the water, so there's not a lot of detail right now. Now I kind of want to make that feather, that rear feather, stick out a little bit more than that tail feather, so I'm just kind of adding some blue in there to make it look like the water's, you can see through the tail feathers are separated. And I'm just going to come in and start defining my head, kind of shaping it, giving it a little bit of dimension. Again, right now, just getting in all the underpainting. On my duck there right now, his neck's just a little bit thin, but we'll fix that here a little bit as we go. Again, right now, just getting color on, getting the shape of him. He's a little bit skinny back there in the back, so I'm just going to kind of fatten him a little bit. And again, I'm just using a little smaller flat brush, probably a number 3 or 4. And I'm going to start coming in with just a little titanium white. You probably had just a little bit of Prussian blue in there to put it on that bluish side, maybe a little black, maybe get a little bit of grayish blue color in there. Brought out the ball stick so I can rest my hand a little bit because the paint's wet, and sometimes I need to just rest my hand there to get a little more detail. Just kind of blending as I go back, trying to find where the end's going to be. Okay. You see, I'm just kind of adding to the center there, darken it up just a little bit, just to get a little bit more shadow in there. I'll start working on my beak and my eye. I'm just kind of shaping the eye a little bit. Just trying to get the color I want or need. Sometimes it's just mix and see what you get. I think I'm trying to get a little more of a purple color to come up around because he's got purple in his head there, but just kind of a base of coat of purple. I'll really highlight that purple later in the painting. Not quite sure what colors I want on there because the picture I was looking at is a really brilliant purple color. And I don't know if I could even make that purple color with my basic colors. You know, that might be kind of a specialty color, but I'm going to work on it and trying to get it as bright as I can as I go. And it'll get a lot brighter as the painting goes on. Trying to come up with color for the breast area. There's a little bit of light reflecting down there. This little painting was a lot of fun. You know, again, I love painting wildlife, ducks, pheasant, deer. I just don't paint them enough to really get good at it. And I really do want to start getting more into wildlife. And it just takes practice. And that's what I tell people when they watch my videos. I just really kind of paint. You can paint along, you can watch. Just see kind of what my method is or what how I do it. And I keep my mistakes in there too, so you can see those too. Because you'll make a bunch of mistakes. It's just learning to roll with them, fix them, and move on. It's a lot easier, I will tell you, to fix your mistakes in acrylics because you can just let it dry. And you can in oils too, but it takes a little longer to dry. Oils, I guess you can just scrape it off and start over. But now I'm going to go into that beak and as you can see there, it changed colors on me because I didn't like it, so I wiped it off and edited that out because it didn't take me a while. Now I've got this little kind of rubber, little flat rubber brush that I kind of used to pull some extra paint off with. That's what I was doing there. Now I'll be back to putting the color in. I told you, I like to show my mistakes as I go too. Sometimes I edit them out just to save time, but sometimes I keep them in just to show you, yep, you'll make mistakes. You just gotta learn to roll with them and fix them. And I just added a little bit of that Prussian blue, white, little touch of black, just to kind of tone it down a little bit, give it a kind of almost a baby blue in there. This is just kind of the first layer. I'll add a little more detail to it. Okay, kind of skipped forward. Now I'm starting to just put the definition of the feathers in there. Those back feathers, I really just never did like how they were turning out. I tried them several times. So I'll come in with just a little small round brush and start putting in those little details of the feathers. This is what really starts to make your painting pop. As you can see there, my eye had some yellow in it. Now it's back to black. It's because I just kind of put that yellow in there to see where the eye was going to be and what color. I'll put it back in here in a few minutes. I'm now just going to work on those little individual feathers. You can see there, they're really starting to come together. That's what kind of starts making your duck pop there. And just kind of, I'm going to start putting some highlights in the feathers. Altering the strokes. And to come around, start getting some detail in there. You can see I kind of started to put my eyeball back in. Kind of touching up the bill there a little bit. Little air hole up there on the top, little nostril. We'll kind of define it a little more, kind of come around, define the opening a little bit. Okay, we'll work on that eyeball just a little bit. Just kind of get its shape, get it round there a little bit. And I'll come back and kind of define a little more. Now I'm just going to kind of put a little separation into those feathers, kind of make them pop out. It's really going to start looking good, really. Going to get that separation of feathers. See that there in the front. And we'll start kind of rounding the head, give a little dimension. I think here I'm using a little burnt umber, a little red on that top there, because it's had a little bit of a brownish red color. And I'm just going to kind of work around and get some of that darks in, and I'll start getting the lights in here in a few. Start finding there my water. Start pulling down a little bit, give it the illusion of that reflection. And to tell you, when this is done on video, I didn't quite get it done. I got a commission to do another painting, so I stopped this one right at the end before I put the finishing details, because I had to let it dry. And now it is dry. It's been about a week, so I still have a lot of little detail I want to put into the grasses that aren't in here yet, but you'll see into that, the orangish color, the beak or the bill, the that front breast area. I probably have another hour or two of just detail work, but when you see it at the end of this, you're going to see it at about its 99% completion. I'll try to get a picture of it when I'm completely done, and I'll post it. Maybe when I'm doing my next video in the next week or two, I'll just show you a picture of it. Now I'm just going to start putting in those stalks of grass. Maybe they're old cattails. He's just kind of sitting in there. He's just sitting amongst the cattails, just watching the world go by. And again, I'm just using that little flat brush that I've been using. I really like how this turned out so far. Like I said, I have quite a bit, or not quite a bit, I've got a little bit left to do. And what you'll see is how I'm going to start getting in some of that reflection in the water. Again, it's that same kind of little Russian blue and white, maybe just a touch of black, just to gray it down a little bit. Come around in there, and then you're going to see that the grasses here in the middle will just be done. Well, they'll be 3/4 done. I still have some highlighting at the end to do on those too, but what happened is the camera shut off, and I don't know why, but it shut off. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I really hope you enjoyed this painting. Hey, thanks for joining, and have a great week.